Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Paul McGinley Field for this match between the Berry Vikings and the Trinity Tigers. Just one change for the Vikings. Lucas Stevenson comes in for Jensen Brown. For Trinity, we have a few changes, I want to say. I'm just looking at their lineup. Yeah, Dugan comes in. He was on the bench last time. Running through everybody. Hoy and Rule starting up front. Smith, Instrel, Donnelly, Ramirez, Powell, Knutson, Perryman, and Kane. Kane, of course, did well on Friday. The rest of the Berry team unchanged. I'll run you through them. Cooper Cherry, Jackson Champ, Adolfo El Bay, who I was impressed with on Friday. I think he did a lot of great work defensively. Dylan Block, Lucas Stevenson, the one change. Brock Schultz, Mitch Register, Tracy Moon, Charlie Stokes, Freeman Blattman. The starting 11 for the Berry Vikings as they take on the Trinity Tigers. Berry coming in off a scoreless draw with Southwestern on Friday. They have an 0-1-2 record. They are next up hosting Piedmont on Wednesday, so they got a quick turnaround. Adolfo Elbay, my player to watch. I was really impressed with his work on Friday. Looking forward to seeing him do that work again. Trinity, they come in 1-0-2, got their first win of the season, undefeated. They won big, a 4-0 win over Whitworth. They are going to play California Lutheran on Friday the 13th here at Paul McGinley Field at 8 p.m. Mark Donnelly, my player to watch, was really involved on Friday. Gets in, does a lot of the dirty work. Doesn't get a lot of credit for a lot of things. You know, he'll often have a pass before the assist. Does a lot of that. Scored the opener off a great pass from Louis Instrel. My name's Chris Hockman. With me is Scott Lebo. Scott, should be an interesting game. Two different styles, different ways of playing the game. What are you looking for today?
Yeah, the wind's picking up. It's nice and cool for us. At least we're in the shade, but the weather's been better for games recently. It's getting a little cooler. I'm looking for both teams to put a lot of hard work in today. I think Trinity did really good on the press last game. They were making it really difficult for Whitworth to play out of the back, kept the ball in Whitworth's hands for the majority of that game. Looking to see if they can keep this momentum going after what was a great performance on Friday.
Yeah, it was a really interesting game on Friday. Big second half from Trinity that took it away. They'll be looking to play as they played then and keep things going. We're going to get the national anthem going, so we're going to go on mute so YouTube doesn't pull us down. We'll be right back. We're back here. Players will wish each other good luck, and then we'll be on with the game. We've already had the toss, so that happened earlier. before the teams got on halfway for the start of the game, so we'll see what the result of that was. It's going to be an interesting one here. I think both teams coming off improved performances on Friday than they had in the first week, so they'll be really pleased with how they played. Looks like it's going to be Berry in the two blues, going from left to right on your screen. Trinity in the whites, going from right to left on your screen. As we get ready, just had the referee run past us. So may have forgotten something. Hopefully not the whistle. that would be an important thing to have as a referee.
They got these new automated whistles now, some refs. You just press a button and it makes the whistle noise.
Yeah, that was kind of an innovation that came in during COVID that will be sticking around. Might have been his whistle, actually.
It might have been.
I was thinking maybe his watch battery went dead. That's worst nightmare as a referee, is in the middle of the game, your watch dies. Trinity gathering on halfway. Berry's ready to go. It's always interesting to me that teams do this, because Berry, within their rights to ask the referee if they can kick off. Nobody would. Coaches jokingly is asking for it. Entitled to blow the whistle and get on with it, honestly. We're already almost 10 minutes behind time.
More than that. Kickoff was scheduled for 1:30.
Yeah, so we're 23 minutes behind start time. So, referee could blow the whistle and start the game. Berry's ready.
We'll see if Trinity go into another huddle. They normally like to do a huddle on the field, but I think they're a little more aware right now of.
I think the referee's going to have a word of, please don't do that again in the second half.
Yeah.
Yeah, referee's had enough now. He's like, no. Time to get on with it. It's going to be an interesting one. Trinity probably go in as the favourites, but I don't think people had Trinity beating Whitworth by 4 on Friday, so.
No, and it's another change up at who's playing striker. It's the third different player we've seen start in that position. It's Hunter Kane today. It's been Braden Shuey and Aiden Perales in the past. So Kane did really well on Friday, got his first of the season.
Yeah, I had a chat with Paul McGinley after the game on Friday, and he was saying that he thinks that Kane could be an option up front. Did well. He played some shifts there on Friday. Cleared away by the Berry netminder Cooper Cherry. Yeah, did play some shifts there on Friday, so I'm not entirely surprised to see him put in that position. Trinity definitely trying to find what their strike combo is.
Yeah, and that comes especially when, Michael Meese likely going to be out for the season, if not a lot of the season.
Yeah, he's had an unfortunate run with injuries, has Michael Meese. I know he's frustrated.
It's been a lot of the same injury as well. It's ankle and foot, same ankle and foot over and over again, surgeries and shots and all sorts of things to try and fix it. Just can't figure out what that solution is.
Yeah, Knutson goes to ground there, takes some time getting back up. It is on this side of the pitch that's closest to the camera.
Yep.
There's just, I don't know what it is. I've gone walking on the pitch to try and figure it out. It feels fine.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, though, having played on here yesterday, it is really bouncy down this stretch right near in front of us, especially. Maybe because there's so much warm-up that takes place right here. It gets extra trotted on. Not quite sure what, but, we were trying to do passing lines for warm-up yesterday, and it was a little messy. Thought maybe we should go to the other side.
Yeah, it is definitely more worn on this side. That's a really good point. Ball sent long. Big chance here for Knutson. Just can't get around. That's good work defensively from Berry.
He's done well to be a nuisance there, though, making himself hard to mark, hard to deal with, putting the defenders under pressure, winning a throw for his team.
And it's back with him. Tigers running into the box. Oh, offside is the call.
It was tight.
It was very tight.
I couldn't see it
very
from here.
tight. We don't have the best angle, especially when it's on the far side like that one was.
Whoa.
Oh, passed back. It was a back pass, so he can't pick it up.
Oh.
Just wide.
I think he
yes.
struck the post or the
it looked like
the
it came
wheel
off the
on
post.
the side. Yeah.
But this is a vibrant start from the Tigers.
Great work again, Adam Knutson making his presence felt by the Barry back line.
Let's see here.
Wow.
Yeah, off the post. Could not have been much better than that. Really great effort from Knutson.
Yeah, he does well to tip the interception up over the defender. Really well done.
It's almost too close by Knutson standards. He's got to be like another 20 yards back.
Yeah.
Ball goes away for a throw-in for Trinity. This is a really good start for the Tigers.
I feel like they've started games really well recently. They just can't get that goal early. If they can get a goal early here, though, I feel like that might just flip a switch for them. Once they've scored, they've really been a different team. Actually, once the first goal has come, they've been a different team.
Yeah, we saw him score early in the second half on Friday. Challenging here. With Berry now, just trying to take some time. I think passing it back and maybe getting some time, although very high press. Great work for Knutson again. Ball comes forward for Kane. Kane and Knutson just getting a little too close there. It happens.
Well, that's what happens when you're pressing so hard together. You're all in that same space, and then it's hard to get out of each other's way.
Yeah, not bad, though. High press, though, has been paying off for Trinity, but it does force players like Cam Smith to run hard, which he's done a lot of this season.
Yeah, if you're going to ask anybody to run hard, Will Powell and Cam Smith are not two players that you feel can't do that job.
Yeah, they're good players. Just whipped him from behind. I think there's an admission there from Ramirez as he sort of hangs his head. Not so much about disagreeing, but just annoyed that he got caught. Not much in it, fair contest for the ball, but just sometimes you quip the player as you come through for it. It happens. It's a foul. Everybody moves on. So free kick here for Berry. It's going to be Charlie Stokes. Call this to test the keeper, which I imagine means actually let's get it in the box and give the keeper something to deal with. I don't think they're saying so have a hit. Decent ball in. Rule gets there. Rule with his clearance across the face of goal.
It's a great clearance from Rule. The only thing is, I don't know if he had any pressure on. I don't know if anybody was crashing there. He can't afford to look and see, do I actually need to deal with this? He has to deal with it no matter what. I do think that it might have just been ahead of all the Barry players in attack.
Yeah, look, you'd rather concede the goal than concede the corner than concede a goal.
Absolutely.
If I can get my words the right way around.
JC Rule wins the header again.
Goes out for another corner.
Big on the set pieces.
Yeah, these set pieces are going to be crucial for Berry. Swung in. Good diagonal runs from Berry. Good clearance from the Tigers. Great work defensively from Trinity. Physical stuff from El Bay. Trinity wanted a foul. Referee disagreed. Goes all the way back for Cherry. And a chance for the Vikings to build something up again here. Blocked by Knutson, who does seem to be playing a little more advanced than he has been. It's almost like they're playing a front two right now.
Yeah, and a little wider as well. Almost, to me, feels like they're making Perryman and Knutson play as, I wouldn't say wingers as much as I might say like a left and right attacking mid rather than just center attacking mids. They clearly have a side each.
Yeah, that's a good point. I just saw Perryman out there on the right, which is not where he played. He played more like a true number 10 on Friday.
Yeah, they both
and
did.
Up front as a 9. They kind of switched in those roles. This ball's with JC Rule. Ramirez turns. I think he was looking for a switch there. Well cut out by Berry. Has a go. Oh, it's closer than I think everybody thought as it comes off the bar. Swung in. Turns. Just can't get away. That's really good defensive work from the Tigers. Swung in again, far post. Gets on his bike. Sends it over the bar. Huge opportunity for Berry.
Unreal shot.
Well left from Satpathy in the end. He leaves it.
I think it just dipped far more than everybody was expecting it to. Really dangerous. Shots like that can be really hard for everybody. You don't expect it to dip like that, and then all of a sudden it's in the back of the net.
Yeah, if you're just joining us, you missed a 55-yard goal for Southwestern in the first game. Was their second goal that clinched the game for them. Although it doesn't statistically count as the game winner because it didn't put them ahead. But really good strike. Certainly clinched the result. We've got a second ball on the pitch here. We'll just ignore it. Berry clears it away. Aggressively at the ball boy.
Almost got it. Maybe Paul McGinley will look at him for goalkeeper, although I don't know. He didn't catch it, so maybe not.
They got some good options in goal this year, the Tigers. So Pathy right now keeping Lynch out. I do wonder if we'll see Lynch in the second half. But I have been impressed with Pathy. He's a sophomore, but these have been his first appearances. Opportunity to turn there for Kane. Falls for Knutson. Beautiful Rabona. Perryman just wanted to get that down, but it bounced off the top of his head. He'll be disappointed with that. But it was a good effort to be there.
Yeah, it was a great flick from Knutson to get it in that position as well. He has started this game really lively. Wow. Good feint there from Ramirez.
Yeah, sent the striker the other way, which allowed him more space. Really calm stuff. When you put under pressure like that, it's so important to be calm. And he was there. So now an opportunity for the Tigers on the right. Was, I think, trying to play it through for Knutson. It just didn't come off the way they wanted. And just catches Instraw. And so now, Berry looking to build something. Cam Smith puts the pressure on. Forward for Stevenson. Stevenson in a fight there with Instraw. Instraw uses his strength and wins the throw. That's great stuff from Instraw. So we'll have a throw in here. Cam Smith sends it over the top. Yeah, just a little arm in the back of the head. It's one of those things. It's while he goes up for it. Just gets him in the back of the head. Referee's going to have a chat. Which is, part of your game management as a referee. Just have a chat. And so Hoy gets us going again. Goes back to Ramirez. Back for Hoy. Hoy had a great game on Friday.
Yeah, he was really good. Really impressed me. It was his first start, I believe, for the Tigers. The transfer from Clemson, and he proved why Clemson was interested.
Yeah, did really well.
Omkar does really well there as well to make sure he's not getting the Pinto treatment from earlier. If you missed it, Southwestern scored a goal off their goalkeeper, off the opposition goalkeeper, giving it away in a dangerous spot, and then just rounding the keeper and putting it home.
Good work there from Berry. Brock Schultz with the ball. Nearly cut out by Trinity is now. Perryman working hard. Seemed to have eased off the high press just a little, maybe because of those rapid counters we saw that nearly caught them out.
I also think it's important to start the game with a lot of intensity, but after a little bit you want to settle into a rhythm that's actually a bit more maintainable.
Yeah, it's not as hot, although we're going to have the opposite thing to what happened on Friday for Trinity, where the game's going to get hotter as opposed to getting cooler.
Oh, JC's down in a heap.
Yeah, I think they're saying, it's looked like there might have been a head knock as he went down.
It's his back, though. He jumps up, and him and Hoy just run into each other a little bit. And he lands hard on his lower back.
Lands on his back. And so referee calls a stop there because the ball's being played back into that space.
Yep.
And so JC rule.
He's going to continue. Although I don't know if he's allowed to.
I think he has to come out. Yeah, that's what the referee's saying.
Yeah. Just for a little bit. He'll probably come back in.
Once somebody comes on to issue treatment,
yeah,
you have to come off.
Yeah.
And it's up to Trinity. Trinity can play with 10 if they want and wait to get a signal from the referee to come back on. I believe, I could be wrong, I believe when it's a injury, you can come back on.
At least in the pros. I'm not sure what the rule is in NCAA. I think it looks like they're waiting for somebody from the Trinity bench to come on, but
no, they're going to decide.
They're communicating.
Yeah, they're telling the AR, and now the signal comes from the referee that he can come back on. So, yeah, I think well managed.
Yeah,
good turn, good effort here. Hunter Kane goes forward.
Good defending.
Great work defensively from Berry.
That's not the player, if you're champ, that you want to let on your shoulder like that. Hunter Kane is just a workhorse, doesn't stop running, and he is pacey. Good defending by champ there to make sure he didn't get that opportunity.
So corner kick here for the Tigers. Looks like it's going to be Cam Smith coming over to take it.
It's been a lot of Louis Instrel from the set pieces, so it's an interesting one.
Yeah, they're keeping him back for the kind of position that he's good at. Played close to the keeper. Far post rule, I believe it was. Got the last touch on it. I think he wanted more by his reaction, but honestly, I think he did really well to get there and get a touch on it.
Yeah, tough angle from Rule, and that ball just dropped at his feet. Great ball from Cam Smith. Just waiting for somebody to attack that ball at the back post, but not on that occasion.
Berry trying to get it, but it looks like it's going to stay with the Tigers through Powell, who's going to win a throw. So throw in here for the Tigers. Inside the Berry half. Chance for a switch. Smith wants it. He's made the call. There it comes. Brought down with his chest. Going forward for Knutson. High scorer this season for the Tigers. Defended well by El Bay, and it's out for a throw. Cleared away. Ball spins away from Berry, so another throw in for the Tigers inside the Berry half. Throwing goes back to Ramirez.
And again, the formation for Trinity, really interesting one. And I think it's changed up a little bit in the shape of it. Still the same pattern of a 4-3-2-1. But Knutson and Perryman now playing a little bit wider than they were before. But with that three defensive midfielders of Instrel, Donnelly, and Ramirez, when in attack, one of them, as you can see Ramirez right now at midfield, although he's not on your screen, he's dropped in between the two center backs. They spread out in possession. That allows a lot of space for Powell and Smith to get forward in attack, and then they just drop one of those defensive midfielders in between the two center backs to make it a three-back.
Good flicked on header there for Berry. Opportunity. But good work from Trinity. The numbers force them back. That's a great challenge for Hunter Kane. Chance to switch it. Knutson's making a good run on the left. They've gone right. Kane comes. Turns because the defence swarms him quickly. Laid off for Donnelly, who had the opener on Friday. It's blocked. It's going to be a Berry throw, I think. Nope, Trinity throw.
I wonder if Hunter Kane could have just struck that one first time.
That's what I thought he was going to do, actually, when he was there.
Yeah, he did.
Play back for Kane. Sent across. Not sure if that was a shot. I think he was trying to swing it back, but impressive stuff from Hunter Kane.
Yeah, turns on it like a dime.
With that kind of power, though.
Yeah.
I think he was shooting. This will give me a better look at it. Good work there from Smith to keep it in. Yeah, I think he's just trying to get around it and set up a player in the middle of the box. Maybe Perryman there.
Doesn't have time to look and see where his teammates are either. Just has to put a foot through it.
Yeah, sometimes you got to do what's in front of you. You just got to make a decision quickly. Perryman was so nearly there. This is again a bright start from Trinity. Throw in for Berry.
They want the goal, though. They've had bright starts in the past and then kind of fallen off. That's kind of what happened in both of their first two games. They started bright, slowed down a little bit, had their moments, couldn't find the goal, then got scored on, then all of a sudden turned up the heat, scored back, but then ended up with draws that in both occasions they probably would have wanted to win and probably would have expected beforehand to win.
Berry sending it forward. Good numbers and good covering there from the Tigers, who now have a chance. Perryman's calling for it. Just played in front of him. Throw in for the Vikings. Here, just over 15 minutes gone. Still scoreless between Trinity and Berry here on Tiger Network. Chris Hockman and Scott Lebo with you.
Don't follow, play him. Your time.
Berry working it up the left through El Bay. Good work from Knutson to win it high. Kane gets there first. He's going to try and get the follow-up. put enough pressure on. He might not have won that ball, but he
Nope.
puts the pressure on, which is why Trinity keep possession.
Absolutely.
Step over. Swung in. Cleared away. Played back for Kane. Just can't get the ball out. Good work defensively from Berry.
Really well done from Powell to get that to a teammate, though. It bounced up to him at such a weird angle. Oh!
Knutson, that's taken a save. I believe it take a touch. It does.
Save or deflection. Adam Knutson has found himself in some crazy good positions early on.
Yeah, really good opportunity there for the Tigers. We'll have another look at this. Beautiful ball over the top too. Missed header.
What a touch as well.
Good setup. Yeah, it was actually a block. I heard the noise. So a corner kick here for Trinity. Played shorts. That's definitely a set play. Sent in. Far post. Keeper
Brilliant.
comes. He gets enough on it.
It's a brilliant set play. You put the keeper in a position where the cross coming in is going into the back of the net anyway. It makes the keeper have to make a decision. Right here, the ball's going in. He has to make a decision if he's going to wait for a touch or he's going to go and claim it. That time it's a little bit too high for a touch, so it makes the decision a little easier, but it's a great ball from Cam Smith.
Yeah, really good set piece. It was a good run also from Louis Instro, I believe it was, coming onto it. But good work from the Berry netminder. Let's keep it out. Goes forward for Kane. Nudged off the ball, yeah. Shoulder to shoulder is okay. Shoulder to back, not so much. So free kick here for the Tigers. In a good position.
It was really well done by Cam Smith in the build-up as well. Did a great job with his first touch of just taking it across the path of the oncoming defender. It gets his body in between. If they're going to clip him, it's going to be a foul. They can't win the ball from there. And then he has the time to look for Kane, who wins the foul. And now a dangerous opportunity for the Tigers.
Whistle goes. Swung in, far post. Rule was making the run, but beats him to the byline.
Yeah, and I think
for a free kick.
Knutson just wants somebody attacking that with a little bit more energy. Looking at his teammates, he made the motion of he wanted somebody coming in with pace on that ball at the back post. Didn't quite have it on that occasion.
Good run forward from Ramirez to put the pressure on. Vikings trying to pass it around, open up some space. But they just feel stuck on that one side. Like they're not getting the switches that Trinity got. Good chance for Knutson. This is where he likes to hit him. Over the top. Yeah, offside. Pretty easy decision that for the assistant. They'd run up. He hadn't noticed. Caught him offside. So a free kick here for Berry. Yeah, I think that, looking at the difference between these two teams, I think one thing that Trinity's done well has been switching the play regularly, which forces your defenders to also move across, which can open up space. Berry just seemed to be stuck on one side at a time, which has allowed Trinity to deal with them really comfortably defensively.
Yeah, no, it's hard to move as a unit when you're switching back and forth like that. As an individual, it's a little bit easier to track as the ball goes across the field, but you don't move as individuals in a defensive shape. You move as a team. You have to keep your structure. If you lose a little bit of that structure, something opens up and somebody's open.
So Berry now still trying to play to the back. Trinity maybe going back a little to the high press, not as extreme as those first 5 minutes.
Yeah, I think when it's on, it's on. And that's what Trinity's mentality right now is. If Berry looks vulnerable playing out of the back, then they're going to press. If not, they'll let him play.
So throw in comes. Kane just can't get there, although it's fallen favourably. Good opportunity here. Off the back of the Berry player, cleared away. Cam Smith putting the pressure on, and he's going to win a throw. That high press just keeps winning them position. It keeps Berry pinned down. You've talked about this a lot in the past, Scott, where teams get stuck in their own half, and it can be really tiring and exhausting because you don't get a break.
Yep, and the pressure mounts, and you got to feel like at some point you're going to have a breakdown. You can't stay that organized for so long. It's hard work, takes a lot of communication, takes a lot of awareness, looking at your other defenders, and then it's just a lot of running when you're switching back and forth that much, when you have to follow your runners. All of this creates just a lot of stuff going on in the box. Hard to mark, creates opportunities.
And speaking of stuff going on in the box, referee's just having a chat here on the corner. Just wants to make sure everything's nice and fair. You can be physical, but within the line. So, corner kick here for the Tigers. Sorry, throw in for the Tigers. It's come off the back of El Bay, but he's going to get there and clear it away. Hoofed clear. Big chance for Berry on the run, but Rule covers well.
Had to let it bounce, though, which you never want to do as a defender, but good dual defending there by Hoy and JC Rule. Hoy just getting in the way, providing JC just a second longer to get there.
Berry just playing with it on the right here. It's going to be a throw for Trinity. Good work defensively to win that. So a substitution for the Tigers. Tice coming in. Samuel Tice, sophomore midfielder out of Burnie. Not terribly far from here. He transferred in from San Diego. Got 2 conference championships from his time in San Diego. Thrown for Trinity in their own half. Touch from Berry. Just coming down, physical collision. Free kick for Trinity. So Ramirez plays it over for Rule. There's that switch we've been talking about. Started on the right. Started on the left. We're already on the right.
Yep, and they're going to go back and use Ramirez to switch again.
Man left, man left.
Just held up. Good recovery from Cam Smith, though. Runs back to get it.
Yeah, well done. I think Ramirez just a little overestimated the impact of the wind on that one, but Trinity able to keep possession anyway.
Donnelly does well there too. Wins the throw after it kind of snuck around him.
Yeah,
Comes
he was
in.
under a lot of pressure there. Good win. Wow, what a turn.
Beautiful
from
turn there
Knudsen.
for Knudsen. Lets the ball do the work. Instrel. Goes forward, just can't turn. Keeper spills it, but under no pressure, so he'll pick that up comfortably. About halfway through this first half, still scoreless between the Tigers and the Vikings.
Subs coming for Trinity, and that doesn't surprise me at all. I was about to say there might be some subs coming for them soon. Energy level has just dropped a little bit. They started really fast-paced, but not a lot of clear-cut chances over the past few minutes. Going to make some subs, fresh legs to try and pick that energy back up and create something.
This is often the time of the half, too.
Absolutely.
We get a little bit past, around about 20 minutes.
Yep.
Trinity
starts
start
to get into a
looking to,
lull.
looking to make
look
some
this up.
changes.
Yeah.
Yeah, make those changes, impact the game. Things are lulling just a little bit. Still an interesting watch. More on the tactical side than
Yep.
on the goal front side.
Yep. Looks like Ty Jarrett, Aiden Perales, and Luke Mayfield are the 3 that are queuing up right now.
Some tall players there too. Luke Mayfield
Yeah.
going to add a lot of height.
2 wide defenders too, which we've talked about how difficult it is to play on that wide defensive role in this formation. You have to do a lot of work, so not a bad idea to go and make that type of change.
Hey, Jackson, find the end of it here. Come on.
Dugan joining the 3 of them as well as a potential 4th sub.
Yeah, Dugan has had an impressive start to his Trinity career.
Got his first goal on Friday.
Player, Nate. Beat the first player.
Yeah, all 4 goals, really well taken goals. Ball sent in from Berry. It was a good ball. Tigers dealt with it well, though, defensively. Don't know how much he knew about that one, but he got it clear anyway, did Knudsen. He'll be happy with it. Smith. Tigers just working down the right. Knudsen turns. Beats his man, but it's going to run out and going to be a throw in for Berry. Elbay to take it.
Dylan, check.
Goes down the line, headed away. Vikings react and get that ball. There's that contest. 1. Berry, though, still with it through Blattman. But now Powell gathers. Goes
And
up
here's
the
the
wing.
speed for Kane. Oh,
Flicked back, just couldn't control. Could the Tigers?
that was a real opportunity. A lot of space for Tice there. Kane does so well, just a little bit beyond him.
Ball switched for Smith. Really good run for Smith too. Judges the weight of the ball absolutely perfectly. Beats one, can't beat the second.
It's tough when you have to start from almost a stop there and you're trying to beat two players. Never liked doing that. I didn't mind dribbling at players if I'm starting from a run, but when you're starting from a dead stop like that, like Smith was, it's so difficult.
Ball coming out wide for Powell. Shapes to cross, instead goes for the run, so gets around his man. He's going to have to pass it back as he's right up the byline, or just win the corner. He can also do that.
And subs are going to come now. And Zach Anderson as well to make it 5.
So 5 changes, just under half the team.
Zach Anderson, number 9, Aiden Corrales.
We saw earlier that ball just in front of Theis. How hard a skill is that to reach out when you've just come on?
It's hard to you're probably a little stiff as well. I always feel stiff before games. I have to do so much stretching just to be able to go. It's hard to reach like that. And then again, like, you're running at full speed. I feel like that's the hardest part of it. You have to stop running at full speed and reach your leg out. It's such a different movement.
Very wise to that set play, so I suspect Trinity will be doing something different with corners for at least a few of them in a row. Now they've caught onto that short corner routine. So it's going to be a free kick for the Tigers. Chance to swing it into the box. Obviously a little far out to go direct here. What I mean is, even if Knutson was over it, it's even a little far out for his range. Feigned effort, swung in, keeper comes, spills it, but recovers well. Good recovery there from Cooper Cherry. We talked in the last game about recoveries being important. Not a stat we track at college soccer, but is a stat tracked in professional soccer. Barry sent forward. Good touch to try and open up space. Going down wide left. Opportunity here for Barry. Cleared away well by the Tigers.
Yeah, good recovery from Mayfield there.
And then body in the way to get the control. Good defensive work. This has been good football all around for a spell. Barry looking for El Bay. El Bay goes back for Champ. Cut out though. Knutson. There's a good run here. Just can't find the man.
Just overran it just a tiny bit, but it's still on.
Look, I think you take that if you're Trinity. That's a big gain from where you were at. Really great work from the Tigers.
Yeah, and I want to give credit to Aiden Perales. He did a lot of hard work there from that number 9 position in the press. And then Adam Knutson joined in, made it a little bit harder, and opened up the opportunity for Dugan to win the ball, play Knutson, and then switch a play.
Suko in for the Tigers. Also coming in, Patrick Kelly for Berry. The Tigers play it up the right. Going to have to cut it back on the byline. Just blocked by the Berry defence. Sent back in. But the keeper's the one that comes away with it.
Nice and tame from Zach Anderson there. But I think it would have been a dangerous opportunity if a Trinity player had just gotten an extra touch on it. Send it a different direction than its original path.
Yeah, I think that's what Anderson was looking for,
absolutely.
really. I don't think he's trying to shoot there at all. So Cherry puts the ball down. Quiz, a little bit of pressure comes from Perales. Not super serious, but enough to get him to get on with it, which is what you want. Perales is going to make a run. He's going to have to beat 2. That ball's sent out. Gets there. Does Plattman. That's going to be a throw for the Tigers, though. So that pressure really good from Trinity. Forced them to clear it out for a throw. Referee says, no, it's actually further back. So they'll take it back. And throw it in. Threw it behind anyway, so we'll get on with things here. So the ball goes back for Hoyt. And Ramirez. Rules there, but they cut off that pass. So instead he's going to go down the line.
Good header from Ty Jarrett.
Yeah, Jarrett did well. Got it into the box too. Forced him out. Tigers working it patiently here on the left. Stays with it. Little back heel which forces the free kick.
Yeah, really well done there by Hoy, winning the free kick with a bit of skill.
Yeah, skill move there. Plays it through the defender, and the defender knows he's not going to win possession. Fouls the man to stop the play going. Goes long. Offside, no. Free kick is actually the decision. Perhaps a little bit of a shirt tug there. Hard to tell from the angle I've got. Referee's got the better angle for it. Headed down, good flick back. Over the top, controlled, just couldn't get enough on it.
It's a tough one, the flight there. Really hard to deal with for Tice. He's got his back to goal. He would have had to do something spectacular to get a shot off there, especially with defenders around him.
Oh, it's a beautiful ball from Barry, but he's offside.
That's coming right at me.
We just had to dodge a little bit. That really did look like it was dipping right into us.
I was scared.
It's an occupational hazard.
No, I'm not prepared. I don't have my cleats on or anything. I can't head.
I didn't bring my gloves. So JC Rule up the right. Going forward. Oh, it's a beautiful touch and a beautiful turn. Tigers building well.
It's just that final third again. They need a goal. The energy's been there. The momentum's been there. They've created the chances. Just can't get the goal.
Very physical. Referee comes over quickly. That was a situation that maybe could have got out of hand, but didn't. Switch comes. Tigers working well up the right here. Cleared away. Tigers doing that high press again. Mayfield's there. Rule's going to have to run back to cover, which he does. Beautiful step in there from Rule. Goes out for a throw, so we're going to have that sub for the Vikings. It's going to be Albertson coming on. Did well with his moments. One of those players that joined Berry after the closure of Birmingham Southern. He has a superstition of wearing wrist tape, which, yeah, you can see it on his left wrist. Throw in nearly put Berry in a little bit of trouble. Still might.
Does in the end, yeah.
Big opportunity. Good covering from Berry, though, to stop that chance. Good turn. Beautiful work from Tigers. Anderson turns as well. Turning, looking for options. Back for Hoy. Hoy getting forward. Back in.
Berry willing to do the work defensively right now. Trinity forcing them to.
Rule, yeah. All 10 Trinity outfield players are in Berry's half right now. Hoy. Played forward. Looking for options. Is Dugan. Just goes long. Going to be a goal kick, so we'll see 2 more subs for the Vikings. Nick Hamilton comes in, as does Isaac Vardy. Can be a bit of a threat on the corners, can Isaac Vardy? That's where he scored his only goal of his collegiate career. Came from a corner. He's 6'1". Makes sense that he's a bit of a threat. Goal kick here for the Vikings. So we're about to cross into the final 10 minutes of the half. Still scoreless here. Yeah, look, Trinity took some time to get going on Friday as well. It was looking like that same...
I was waiting for it.
That same game, yeah, we're waiting for that ball to come off. I know that noise can be loud when it hits that awning. It's right above our heads here. Berry coming away with a good ball forward. Really good work from Ramirez to get on that. Another good ball forward from Berry. Opportunity building here. That's Tracy Moon, who did well on Friday as well. Oh, good leave from Berry. They're going to win a throw. And some more subs coming. I think that'll be the whole team out, so everyone's going to get about 10 minutes extra.
Berry, number 12, Tyler Whitaker.
Go, Tyler. Go,
Number
Soren.
26, Soren Bednar.
Luke Chandler and Braden Shuey looking to come in for the Tigers. Probably we'll have to wait till our next opportunity.
Yeah, just got him ready a little late. I don't think Paul McGinley was trying to sub them on that position either.
Yeah.
There was no urgency to get him out, but now they can go. Oh, but they... Oh, wasn't that a Berry throw? Sorry, I couldn't see up the line. Shuey had a good role on Friday as well. Pressure coming from Perales on the keeper. Of course, we saw that work for Southwestern in the early game. Set long, stayed on side.
Good strength to muscle off JC Rule there as well. That's a tough ask.
10 yards, Isaac. 10 yards up.
And blocked. I think it's going to stay for a throw, though. Yes, does stay this side of the corner flag, so a throw in.
Throwing for Barry, though, so no substitution once again for Trinity.
Headed away by Rule. Jumps up well. Keeper comes. Good work from Satpathy to gather. Could have been a dangerous situation. Those kind of situations where you see keepers come, don't come. You got to just commit. Satpathy did. Got the ball. And launched an attack here for the Tigers up the right. Mayfield. Good ball forward. Cleared away. Kept in by Mayfield. Face. Just working on it. Back to Rule. Waiting for the opportunity to come. This is what the Tigers did well on Friday. Just patiently waiting for the chance. Hoy. Goes down the line. Cuts inside. Played back.
Back and forth from Trinity. Just going side to side. Gaining a little bit of field position every time. Slowly inching their way forward.
Ball comes forward. Good work there to get around his man. Good work defensively, though. They get it clear. That was really good football all around from both sides. Pressure came, really calm stuff from Ramirez. Just takes his time, turns, plays it back to the keeper.
Yeah, he's cold as ice right there. He's got so much pressure on his back. It's a dangerous situation for him, and he just, again, doesn't feel the pressure.
A right decision there now, too. Satpathy goes long the second time just to relieve that pressure.
And Trinity have kept it well through good hold-up play from Aiden Perales.
Oh, and a little bit of Tice grabbed his face there. I don't know what happened.
I think a flailing arm behind can catch
maybe caught him.
sometimes.
Seems okay. Tries to control. Good recovery there from the Tigers. Berry trying to build something here. Did well to get it back. Did Tracy Moon. Switch coming from Champ. Headed forward. Good turn. Just caught his man flat-footed. Goes all the way back for Satpathy. 6 minutes to play in the first half. Still scoreless. Those Trinity subs have been standing there for an awfully long time waiting to come on.
Yeah, I noticed earlier there was a sub for Barry, and once they realized it was for Barry, they get a little frustrated. They're ready to come on there, Ancy.
Well, if Barry make a change, they're allowed to make a change. But they didn't make the change, which is just a possession. Plays it back for Satpathy. Been really impressed with how calm Satpathy is with these balls sent back. That looks back with pace, and that's a beautiful ball. Finds Zach Anderson. Barry still with it, though. It's been a good sustained passage of possession for Barry. Trinity won't mind it being this far back. Kept in well by the Tigers. Good ball. Looking for Perales.
I think he's miskicked the ball there. No foul for me.
Yeah, he might have even tripped on his own feet. Clearance comes. It is going to be a throw-in, which means our subs can come.
Oh, and Hoy looking a little limpish walking off for Luke Chandler going in there. He doesn't look comfortable right now. And, you know, he didn't start early in the season for them. Wonder if he's been dealing with something.
Yeah, he did miss those first two games. Came off the bench in them rather than starting. So throw in for the Tigers. Thrown into the box. Looks to turn. Berry defence swarm enough and cleared. Going to be another throw for the Tigers, though. Decent touch from the head coach for Berry there, Richard Vardy.
Not controlling it, but keeping their water safe.
Yeah, did well. Got it away. Got
Good
out of trouble.
defensive touch.
Yeah, he did play at Lenoir Rin College, so was an All-American. So he's got the experience. Did what you wanted as a defender, just kept it away. Good turn there from Perales. Berry maybe with a chance to get clear. Good strength.
Great tackle.
Really good work from Suko. Was an All-American in high school. Throw in from Berry. In this final sort of stage of the half, 3.5 minutes to go. Berry just looking for some options, looking for somewhere to come until the pressure comes from Trinity and forces a decision. Perales is going to try and win that. I think it might have come off his back. It's going to be a throw. Nope, throw for Trinity. It didn't come off Perales' back. Or if it did, it also bounced off the defensive player for Berry. So throw in here for Trinity. Good slide challenge, keeps it alive. Perales plays it on. Looks to cut inside the box. Just recovered well by Berry, and it's going to be a throw for them to maybe relieve some of that pressure. It was good work from Suko to keep that alive for Trinity as long as it was. Sapathy really communicating with his back line. It's historically something that Trinity can have issues with. Part of that's just the goalkeeping tradition they've had. Have been some guys that have been a bit quiet. Think of Matt Cardone, who played for San Antonio FC. But
some of those quiet goalies can be the best, though. They're a little bit like psychopaths back there.
No comment.
You got to be a little crazy to play
Shot
goalie.
comes just over the bar. It's a good effort. Did really well gathering that position. I believe that's Samuel Theis.
Yeah, he made something out of nothing there. Aiden Perales and Samuel Theis. Really well done from both of them. Just a little over.
Yeah, we'll get a good look at it here. Did what pressure was coming from Berry that maybe rushed him a little more than he would have liked. Beautiful work there defensively from Shuey. I'm sure Theis glad to be back home in the San Antonio area. Soft touch there from Berry. Pressure comes.
Great win.
Really good win there from Dugan.
Great ball as well. Just a great tackle.
Yeah, really good football all around. Mitch Register there. The man from Berry getting in the way. That's going to hold up, so Sapathy can't come. He goes back to gather the back pass. I think he wanted it. Berry instead come away with it through Brown.
Yeah, you never want to put your goalkeeper under pressure, but Omkar's the type of guy who wants the ball at his feet consistently. He's comfortable with it. He's trying to communicate to his team there to play him. What his teammates are telling him is, you gotta tell me. You gotta tell me I want the ball. I want the ball.
Headed down. Berry. Gathered by Dugan. I think both teams won't mind it being here. You'd rather not concede right before halftime. Quick throw in. Trinity aware that there's still time left. Perales trying to turn. Strong work defensively from Champ, though, for Berry.
Yeah, Perales making himself a nuisance, making it really hard to deal with him, but Champ does a really good job.
Tigers running over the ball just to make sure they don't get a lot of time here.
They will be able to take this set piece, though, and I bet they're going to try and put it in a dangerous area.
Sit long.
It's a great one.
9, 8, 7,
Initial hit and miss, but that's great recovery from John Connor Rule. Good
Great tackle
defensive
by
work.
Ty Jarrett.
Ty Jarrett. He's been all over the park since coming on. So that's halftime. Still scoreless here between the Trinity Tigers and the Berry Vikings. Entertaining stuff, end-to-end pulsating stuff, really. But not a ton of goal mouth action. I believe those are the stats. Those are the stats, I believe, from our earlier game. Yes. Yeah, those are the stats from the first game. Ignore those.
I was going to say 24 shots.
That was not what happened.
Missed a few.
That was not what happened. Those were the morning games. We didn't get a chance to reset for halftime. Just got to wait for those to feed through. So we might give them to you when we come back for the second half. But, no shots on goals, what's showing on the scoreboard. Yeah, that looks slow. I like it. There we go. 6 shots to 2. I think this
Yeah,
reflects
yeah.
that Trinity's been the better side and
Yep.
had more chances, but just haven't been able to make those really count and get some
No.
good shots
And
on goal.
I'll love to see the possession stats once we get those.
Yeah, we'll get those at halftime, so we'll bring them to you when we come back for the second half. We hope you'll join us in a little under 15 minutes for the second half here between the Berry Vikings and the Trinity Tigers. We'll see you in about 15. We are back here for the second half. Got that possession stat, as we promised, 58% to Trinity, which I think, passes the eye check. That's what it looked like. Almost all of that. 44% of Trinity's possession is in their attacking third. So it's been Trinity on the attack, in the ascendancy.
That's how it's been all season, though. The problem is, outside of Adam Knutson and last Friday, the goals have not been flowing. It's hard. You're missing Michael Meese. You're missing Chen Ajay. They were the goals last year. But somebody besides Adam Knutson is going to have to come up with a goal at some point.
Yeah, well, 3 other people did on Friday. So Trinity will be hoping the same thing happens again. I mean, again, on Friday, their first half was a bit like this. They did get one goal out of it, and then they came out for the second half, which gets underway. Trinity in the all-white going from left to right.
And a note of interest here, Braden Shuey is now, he's played number 9 pretty much exclusively so far this season. He's playing the deepest of the deep-lying midfielders to start this half, almost looking like a 3-back.
Yeah, almost a centre-back kind of position for him. Barry, of course, in the blue, they're going from right to left on your screen. Slip there, but well gathered by Knutson Instrull. Making a run, trying for the switch for Powell. Shuey gets in, which maybe that's what he's there for. Step up, get the ball, and gather it in. Barry now back on possession. Just a little more centrally than Barry wanted. And the Tigers back up possession. Another slip. A few slips early here for both teams, honestly. Trinity have had a few in this opening minute of the second half. Chandler was making one up the right. Was looking for Powell, though. Powell puts the pressure on and wins. Good work there from Powell. Barry clear it away. Barry keeping hold of it well. That's block. Good control. Finds Schultz. Goes out for Elbay. Elbay cuts inside one. Blocked. Tigers now working it forward through Instrull to Knutson. Those two have been a dangerous combination this season. Back Dugan to Rule.
It does look like, to me at least, to start this half, that Trinity are going with a different formation for sure. I think it's a 3-4-2-1, which is only a slight adjustment from the formation they were playing before. Basically, before they would drop their deepest, most defensive player into that center back role in possession. Now it's like Braden Shuey's playing there the whole time. So it's 3 center backs. The wing backs are a little bit higher at all times, and Trinity are always in that 3-back. And then they've got 4 midfielders in there. That's, when you want to win games, you have to win it in the center of midfield. That's the key part of the field. And Paul McGinley is putting an emphasis on 4 center midfielders at least in midfield at all times. I also think that Braden Shuey is going to play more like a stopper and come into midfield at times.
It's Stokes now. Sending it in the box. That was a turn. Good effort from JC Rule. Trinity clear it again. Ball stays in. Headed well by Suko.
Man right.
Gathered by the Tigers. Yes, it is Suko with a good header. Back for Instrull.
Ty Jarrett was on the backside, and the coaching staff was yelling at him to turn, but didn't take it. Now they will.
Big switch from Instrull to that man. Knutson turns. Got 3 on him. They saw how dangerous he was on Friday. Good through ball for Powell. He's going to have to cut it back. He does! He hits the back of the net!
It's Ty Jarrett off the bench.
Ty Jarrett runs in, gets to that ball. Beautiful ball back. Echoes of the first goal on Friday, where it was a ball cut back. Ty Jarrett's.
They're queuing up here.
Beautiful ball to Powell. You got 3 players there running onto it, but perfectly finds the one who is unmarked, making a great run. Ty Jarrett scores the goal, the first of his collegiate career.
No, and you love to see it. Ty Jarrett, he's a hard-working player. He reminds me a lot of Will Powell and Hunter Kane in the way that he never stops running. If we had a heat map for that first half for Ty Jarrett, he was all over the field. He earns himself the starting spot for the second half based on his performance in the first half, and he gets the goal. It hasn't been the most straightforward collegiate career for him. He hasn't always gotten to play. He's probably wanted to play a bit more than he has, but he gets his goal. That's a huge moment for the Tigers and a huge moment for Ty Jarrett.
Yeah, I was about to say Ty Jarrett, really, for the journey that he has had, really deserves a goal. You know, he was originally recruited by UNC, but then got told last minute that he was actually waitlisted, and he ended up being part of the team. So at the very last minute was rescued by Trinity as the ball comes forward. Headed on, Satpathy has to come, does well, comes and gets a punch. Could shoot with Satpathy off the line, goes and tries the chip. Satpathy gathers, and it does go out of play, so it is a corner. Satpathy disagrees. Paul McGinley's not happy with it. The AR didn't call it.
I do think that either Omkar Satpathy catches that ball in play or the ball is already out of play by the time he touches it, in my opinion. But
so referee's going to come over and have a chat to Paul McGinley. Yeah, my hunch is that when he pulled the ball back in, we're going to have a look at it. This is a good angle too, because we've got that ball behind. Great save. Like, you know, Barry going
Important
for the
moment,
shot.
yeah.
Absolutely the right decision with him off the line. Yeah, that's definitely out.
Yeah,
it's definitely out.
Yeah.
That ball was out. He grabbed it. He grabs it, and right as he grabs it, it's going out.
Yeah. I think that's, good decision. Although I do think Omkar could have let it go there, but he's recovering. He's up forward to punch that ball before and then gets caught off with that shot coming so quickly. So he's not necessarily aware that he's not about to drop back into his own net there.
Yeah, I can't fault Satpathy for that, honestly. Tigers will clear, but caught him from behind just.
Yeah, and I think
Bit of
pulled
frustration.
behind first as well.
And call was a make-up moment, but it wasn't a make-up moment because it was the right call. He was out of play, which we could see on the replay. Of course, Coach Paul McGinley doesn't get the replay.
Neither does the ref.
Neither does the ref. Although, theoretically,
theoretically they could have
they
VAR
could come
at this
walk
ref.
over here and stand next to us. And
Although I don't think VAR is, because it's not implemented at the NCAA level. I don't think you're actually allowed to watch any replays.
yeah, we have replay in NCAA now.
Really?
Yeah, it's been around for a few.
In this sport.
Yeah,
At this level?
I've been at
Really?
a game where it was
Wow.
implemented. Yeah.
So they could then.
Yeah, it was at
Tell the ref.
College Cup in Houston a few years and years ago. I can't remember where it was.
Although that wasn't even a moment that you could.
You
use
could not
VAR
review that.
for
It was
that one.
it was a ball
reviewable
with
offense.
like three. Well, no, it was reviewable because it was a goal line decision. Just a ton of bodies in the way. You were never going to see anything. Good opportunity here for Trinity again. So you are allowed to use VAR. The decision.
It must be way different than the pro level.
It's
Then.
very different. The decision, sort of in a lot of D3 schools, is you could use it, but we're not going to. You know, a lot of college games, you've only got one camera. We're very fortunate here at Trinity to have a great production team with a lot of cameras where we can see things like that.
Great footwork there in midfield, and now Trinity could be in.
Good through ball, great through ball. Keeper comes quickly off the post. Another chance. Has he been clipped? He goes for it on the ground anyway. Referee's calling a handball the other way, so it's going to be a free kick for Barry. Frantic. Got to admire him for giving it a go while he's on the ground, trying to get the shot away there.
No, I thought that there was a clip in there as well. Not, we don't have the best angle from here, but Adam Knutson
We'll get another
again.
look.
He's the danger man. Gets that through ball. What an effort. Almost finds that far top corner. Just not quite. Although Knutson gets brought down by the goalkeeper as well. It's Hunter Kane who goes for it on the second chance, but Knutson's original shot, he's brought down after the ball is gone. You'll see that called sometimes at the pro level, but probably not at this level.
Yeah, I don't think I think it's momentum from both players, really. on that occasion. So I don't think there's anything doing there. And then, yeah, as he trips and he goes to ground, sort of spikes the ball, almost like he's going in to cross the line in rugby.
Although it is an interesting call there to not call that for Knutson, because if it goes the other way, you're definitely going to call it on Knutson if the goalkeeper gets to that ball first.
Yeah, it's because goalkeepers are
Special.
We're special. don't know if you got that message. It's a proud member of the Goalkeepers Union. I'm 100% on board.
I guess I should be too. I'm a center back.
Yeah, the last thing you want is your keeper,
Well, yeah.
is your keeper being taken out, and then it's on you.
No, my keeper's taken out. Then I got to fight somebody, and I don't necessarily want to do that.
Yeah, you do come from a state where they play hockey, so, you know.
A lot of hockey.
Switch of play.
What a touch. Ty Jarrett's having a day.
That was beautiful from both players. Great ball, great touch. That's a deflection. Good defense too, really. It's all been fantastic in that little passage. So it goes out for a corner. Of course, didn't the Colorado Avalanche recently win
They did.
the Stanley Cup?
They did, yep. A few years ago now. Maybe the first year out of COVID?
No, because that was Tampa Bay.
Okay,
They
then it
won
was
2 in a row.
it was Tampa, Colorado.
Oh, that's right. Didn't
And then the
Colorado beat Tampa?
Yeah, and then the next year,
That's why I remember it.
the Nuggets won as well.
Good time for
So,
Denver, which used
it
to
was a
be
great time
America's
for Denver.
saddest sports city. Goes in, punched away. Good header. Knutson just couldn't win it. Gets it now. Good touch. But he's going to give away a foul. Yeah, people used to call Denver one of America's saddest sports cities because they didn't win a lot. But the Colorado Rapids won an MLS Cup. The disrespect of the MLS Cup continues. Plus, we all know it's Buffalo. It's Buffalo.
Yeah.
Another loss in a final for Buffalo in the U.S. Open.
Line. Nice. Good look, A. Good look.
That was great work from Will Powell. High pressure again. Throw in. That's an interesting call giving that throw to Trinity, because typically, if you didn't get the ball, it would have been a foul in that situation. But he's given the throw to Trinity, so maybe a double touch. It's the other common way that happens. Good ball. Was looking for Dugan. Dugan, I think, right choice to leave it. Has a goal. Good save again. Cooper Cherry gets down well. He's made a couple good saves.
Great reaction save. It's so close.
I'm getting a look at this. Really good work from Dugan. He's hitting it as he turns. I don't think they're entirely expecting Dugan to have that shot.
He does so well there, Dugan, just to get the shot off. In a lot of those, you get that shot off, period. You're catching the keeper off guard. He's not getting to it. So really great work there from Cherry to get down quickly.
Such a
That's
hard
so
thing
impressive.
to do as a goalkeeper. Get down low.
And so quick, too.
Cut back. Instro has a go. Hits the back of the net. Beautifully placed shot. That is placements. Perfect placement from Louis Instrel. Makes it 2, doubles the Tigers' lead. Let's get another look at it.
Wow.
Beautiful pass back from Powell. That's where he
footwork.
likes him. Edge of the area. Keeper can't do anything. Just watches it go over his head.
No, it's so brilliant from Louis there. He's got great footwork. He opens up a little bit of space for himself, and then he just lofts it almost. It's almost like a chip of the goalkeeper, the way he's curved it up and over to that back post. It's such a difficult skill to do, but if you can find that back post like that, goalkeeper's positioning often makes it almost like a chip. He's trying to adjust himself, but it's hard to get up all the way to that far side. Great goal from Louis Instrel. He's so calm all the time.
Caught the keeper flat-footed. And then a beautiful bit of placement from Louis Instrel. That's Louis Instrel's second goal of his career. But a beautiful strike from him. Placed it perfectly over the head of the keeper. Just stunning placement from Louis Instrel. So he's so dangerous, usually providing assists from that position. This time had to go. Great effort. Knew exactly what he was doing as the ball tries to take out Scott. Gets out of the way quick
what
enough.
are you doing, man? I know there's people listening that know I know Luke Chandler, so Luke Chandler came for me. keep that noted. We're all in the same class.
He's on the list.
We were teammates for years, so.
That's another beautiful ball from the Tigers. Might have to cut it back. A lot of bodies there.
Yep.
Referee's always going to give that to the defending team.
Yeah, you can't get that close to the goalkeeper like that. Goalkeeper's entitled to his space. It's not. I don't know how it's written in the rule book, but I feel like that's a good way to describe it. He's entitled to his space, and so when it gets chaotic like that in front, you're never going to see them allow a play to continue while the goalkeeper's down.
So the rule you'd kind of invoke there is that you have to let the goalkeeper, once they've got it, release it, and the argument would be, well, you had both hands on it. Shot comes!
Oh!
It's in! I think it might have taken a bubble.
Yep, and we talked about it. We talked about how the field has a little... Oh, Cole Palmer! The Cole Palmer celebration from Adam Knudsen in the corner. Yeah.
Good strike.
It's a bounce.
Took a bounce. Don't think you can really fault the keeper there. Adam Knudsen gets the goal. But honestly, with that bobble, not much the keeper could have done. That's what happens. You hit those worm burners in.
Yep.
Take a bounce sometimes.
A little bit of good fortune, but Trinity have really turned up the heat again in the second half.
Yeah, you can see this little patch where it's a bit drier is exactly where
it's a little harder.
Knudsen hit it.
Bounces a little bit more.
Bounced over the keeper. We see those all the time where a goalkeeper goes down and it just bounces over him. They're the worst ones as a goalkeeper because you always feel like you could have done it.
Yeah,
you could have had it, and it just bounces over him.
You would bet that he'd back himself if he knew that bounce was coming. He would have backed himself to save it, but he didn't know. It comes at the last minute. But great work from Adam Knudsen just to have a shot, and he is racking up the goals this season. A goal in every game so far.
4th goal this season. Well, a goal on average every game this season.
Well, he has scored.
He has scored every game actually, hasn't he? So 4 goals for Adam Knudsen on the season, 18th of his career. Bear in mind, Adam Knudsen, sophomore, midfielder.
Junior.
Springs. Oh, he's a junior.
He's in my
right.
class. He's in my class.
He's a junior now. Dripping Springs, Texas.
He's another one of those. Luke Chandler trying to come for my head, and then Adam Knudsen scoring. Great stuff from our class.
So I think what Scott's saying is he needs players to come for him more often. If you want a goal to come straight afterwards, come for Scott. I think Barry will be starting to fire them right at you in a minute.
Yeah, they're the only ones that can hear us right now. So.
And again, it's a quick start to the second half for Trinity, just like on Friday. 3 goals in the first 15 minutes. Opportunity here for Barry on the clearance, but the shot goes wide from Brock Schultz.
I do want to give a fair amount of credit, though, to the coaching staff of the Tigers then, because halftime adjustments are key to how you come out for the second half. And they have made the right changes to the team every single time coming out of halftime. You see a lot of teams at this level, they'll go right back to that starting 11. For Trinity, we talked about it's a change of shape coming out of the half. So much. McGinley is willing to make changes all the time. And so far, right now, that's what's working for him. That's what's providing the goals. No Michael Meese, no problem, because Coach McGinley is the goal scorer.
Yeah, I think the hardest part, right, about college soccer is that you have to rebuild every single year.
Every year.
Every single year. You're going to have to rebuild your squad. It's not a problem professional soccer has. And so when you have a season like last year for the Tigers where one of your strikers is a senior, one of your main providers is a senior, and then one of your other strikers gets injured, it really creates a problem. It really makes it hard. Speaking to Paul McGinley, that's what he's been trying to focus on in these early games, is just getting, finding out what that new combination is, because they need a complete new combination. Right now it's working, 3-0 up.
And this is a different new combination than what worked on Friday, which I think is interesting. Not always is the same formula going to work game after game, the same starting 11. You got to play on what players are in form. And you also got to play on your opponent. How do you break down Barry? Barry's different than Whitworth, who's different than Southwestern, who's different than Austin College, and so on and so forth. So every game's going to be a little different.
Yeah, and of course we'll see a few of those teams. Southwestern, you thought we were done with Southwestern. No, we got more games here. No. This is almost their second ground at this point.
3 games at one field that's not your own in a single season. It's kind of rare.
4.
4, yeah, 4.
I'm going to see them 4 times because they're going to play as an away team here. Typically, they've been, I think, for all games, Southwestern's been designated the home team. Geographically, they would have been the home team for all those games. So they're going to play here 4 times. It's not often. They might even end up playing here a 5th if NCAA has anything to do with it.
Could be.
And Barry playing on. It's a decent ball.
Well, Powell's got it covered. He's got so much pace.
Yeah, Patrick Kelly thought he was in there. This might be just what Barry need to try and calm things down. Just a bit of sustained possession. It was something Whitworth couldn't manage in the second half on Friday. Trinity was so dominant. They got those 3 goals, and you think, okay, well, they're 4-0 up now. Maybe they'll ease off. No, they just kept going. It wasn't at all a case of easing off from the Tigers. Almost all the possession on Friday in that second half was in Whitworth's half. Not the case today.
Made a lot of changes, though, late in the game in that one. But the substitutes brought the same energy.
Yeah, I mean, I think as a substitute, and maybe there's something you can speak to as well, Scott, like you come on, you're given a chance to impress and to make a case that, yeah, maybe I should be getting some more minutes. And so you come on with that energy because you want those starts, you want those minutes.
Yeah, it's all about the mentality that you come at it with. I remember in high school coming into a lot of games as substitutes early on and being really frustrated because I felt like I deserved to start, and that the fact that I wasn't starting was a statement on how good of a player I was. And I showed up that way. Then I would play a little bit poorer if I was thinking that way. But then there were other games where I was like very upset with my coach for not playing me, and instead of that coming in and being upset with myself, I was upset with the coach. Came in and was like, you know what, screw you, coach, I'm gonna prove myself. And those were the games where you really proved yourself. You come in and you have this attitude of like, I am the best player for this position. It depends on the attitude of the players who come in.
Took us right. I decided to look up my notes for you for last season, Scott. Pulled them up.
Oh, I didn't play last year.
I know, but I pulled up your notes because you were on the team list last year.
I was, yeah.
So
it's funny. There was a game early on, I don't know if you know this, that you called me for a goal.
When she couldn't have been right.
Yeah. So it was
somebody must have been wearing your number.
Somebody on the other team was wearing my number, and you called out my name for the goal.
And then I was like, wait a minute.
Yep. It was pretty funny. Listened to that one a fair number of times. Made a few jokes about it.
Yeah, it's a challenge when you have the wrong notes on your screen, and then you just look down, and then you go, wait a minute. That wasn't Scott.
They're going to make a goalkeeper change here, Barry.
I did put in your All-State, by the way. That is on the notes. Yeah. So there you go. All-region, All-State. Put in all the goals he scored in high school.
I did, yeah. Scored some goals. 7 goals my senior year. 4 of them in that one game we were talking about earlier. Oh, that's...
It's called. It's going to be a yellow.
I don't know about that. I
Get a
definitely could be a red card because Hunter Kane's rounded him, and it's going to be a clear goal-scoring opportunity.
I think the argument's going to be because of the angle would be the argument the referee take. I think the argument the referee is also going to take is, hey, you're 3-0 up.
Yeah. No, I do think that is a 50-50 one where you could call a yellow or you could call a red. It's hard to make the decision in that one, but definitely a foul. He's just thrown himself at Hunter Kane there, just trying to get him off the ball, and really no intent to play the ball at all in that situation.
And I will say the Trinity bench doesn't seem that aggravated about it. And so I know they do get animated at times on the bench.
They got a good energy about them. Always want.
They are prepping a keeper change, so they'll definitely won't be picking up a second yellow unless something absolutely nuts happens here.
It'd have to be pretty quick here.
Swung in, far post. It's just gone around. It's going to go out for a goal kick, and so we will see that goalkeeper change for Berry. Almost did the same mistake I made with your goal. You can credit yourself with the college goal for that. That's how that works. A lot of changes. So it's going to be Ridley Moran coming on for his first appearance this season. Junior goalkeeper out of Alpharetta, Georgia. Was a 3-time state champion. in high
Number
school.
6, Alex Ramirez. Number 7,
Georgia, of course, got really competitive
Anderson. Number 19,
stuff in
Mark Donnelly.
Atlanta
And number 20,
and sort of
Alex
Gwinnett
Rockwell.
County. Really competitive schools there for soccer. The rest of the state, yeah, but definitely Atlanta and Gwinnett. Gwinnett's where Atlanta United 2 plays.
Gotcha. I feel like Barry have reacted to these early goals similarly to the way Whitworth did. Just drop your head a little bit, drop your confidence, allow Trinity to control the ball a little bit more. It's hard. Again, you come into halftime, you're feeling good, you've got the 0-0, and then you give up 3 goals so quickly to start the second half. It's the exact same situation that Trinity had against Whitworth on Friday, and it's hard. It's hard to keep playing after that type of a momentum swing.
Tigers still with it. Yeah, I mean, I think that might be why we've seen changes early from the Vikings. Just try and change it up, you know. Hey, maybe it wasn't working. Let's make some changes. Let's get some more energy, get some fresh legs on the field, and maybe that'll change it, because we didn't see that on Friday. You know, they still waited to make those changes.
And you still want to take something positive out of the game if you're Barry, no matter what the result is tonight.
Yeah, look, it's been a rough start to the season for Barry, but that's you know, it's almost what you want. You want tough games in your out of conference games, especially now we've got this NPI system that's coming in. Strength of schedule, I think, is going to be a big boost for Barry. They've played some ranked opponents as well. Trinity, in the last national poll, were not ranked. They received votes. There wasn't one this week. So
probably benefits them a little bit.
Big chance saved. Yeah, probably so. There's definitely a case in the polls of what have you done for me lately, and so maybe those draws. But like, people keep talking about these draws like they were some horrible thing. They were draws. You're still undefeated. I mean,
it's the Trinity Tiger standard. They don't want anything less than a draw. Feels like a loss when you play for Paul McGinn.
I think for me in early season, you know, as long as you're not losing, I think you could be happy. Good turn there from Suko.
I think it's all about the performance for me.
Yeah, which is what Paul McGinley was talking about with me on Friday night. He said, it was a much better performance, really happy with it. Shot, Kane!
Oh, Hunter Kane!
What a strike from Hunter Kane!
This is why he's back in the 11. He's been a guy for Trinity in years gone by, but he's earned himself back in the 11.
We'll have a look here. It's a good strike. Made the space. Had the shot. The great thing about that shot is because he's made that space wide, the keeper's going in one direction, swings his boot around it, and he fires it across the face. That forces the keeper to quickly turn the other way. It's out of his reach, and so a goal for Hunter Kane, second of the season, 17th of his career.
You don't necessarily have to put it into the absolute bottom corner there if you're Hunter Kane, because of the fact the goalkeeper's moving one way. It's so hard to adjust. You're trying to shuffle one way, you're preparing to dive the other way. It's often why you see trick penalties work really well, because if you get the keeper 1 foot the wrong direction, they're not going to make it to that opposite bottom corner. Brilliant stuff by Hunter Kane there to create that goal.
An assist given to Will Powell there. That is his 8th assist of the career, second of the season.
He's another player that has earned himself a starting spot. Maybe Ty Jarrett as well.
Yeah, this is Hunter Kane's first start of the season, I believe. Didier Drogba fan, that's the kind of goal Didier Drogba would score plenty of times.
Oh, yeah.
Of course, in his most famous stint, Phoenix Rising. Team he's obviously most well known for.
That's why Hunter Kane's a big fan.
Big fan.
He loves the Phoenix
Rising.
Rising.
The Phoenix Rising. Just a massive rising head. Opportunity here for Barry to maybe pull one back. Certainly a lot more to Barry in this second half than we saw from Whitworth when they went down on Friday. But again, 4-0 lead for the Tigers.
Yeah, they've flipped a switch again, and substitutions, I'm sure, are more to come. They made a lot on Friday, got a lot of players, some quality minutes, and I'm sure that's coming here soon as well. it'll be great to see a lot of the younger guys. And, that's a big part of, you talked about it earlier, every single year in college soccer, you have to rebuild your program. So winning games big like this and getting to see some of the younger guys in a game situation, a real game situation, earlier in their career than maybe they're ready for, it helps you evaluate them for the future, because most of the time you are just playing juniors and seniors who have that experience. Yeah,
definitely. I mean, a lot of schools, first-year players don't even get a look.
No, yeah.
Especially,
if you go higher up, even to Division I, they don't give first-years looks.
And so, getting the opportunity to run these players early is so important. And we're going to see more of that today, I imagine. We've still got 20 minutes to play. Still plenty of time. Trinity certainly dominant, but not
great
as
find
dominant.
By Chandler.
Beautiful flick from Powell too. This is good football from the Tigers. Good clearance too from Berry.
They're having fun. That's the key. And you see it. Luke Chandler turned to the bench after that Hunter Kane goal and just pumped his fists, had a big smile on his face. They're having fun right now. It's a key.
I don't think he was actually going to shoot there, but he certainly made him think about it. And the thing that Trinity scoring the goals they have scored is now every time there's a possession on the edge of the area, you got to think, are they going to shoot?
Yeah, which opens up so many more opportunities for crosses into the box, because you open up like you're going to shoot there. Everybody, as a defense, compresses into the middle of the pitch. They're trying to block it. Then your wingers are open. You play the ball to the winger quickly. The winger cuts it back in, and you've scored again.
Honestly, every goal from Trinity this year has been an absolute banger.
Yeah, some really special ones.
Trinity, we don't do tap-ins, Tigers.
Yeah, whether it's like well-worked set pieces or bangers from distance or chipping the goalkeeper, great goals.
2 players down. We are going to have a yellow card here.
I'm not sure for who. I'm not sure which direction. I guess it's
I was
Barry.
busy watching the ball go.
Yeah, me as well.
So I completely missed that. Looks like just a heavy collision in part of it. But caught him late will be the reason for the yellow. We'll get another look at it here.
Yep.
Yeah, caught him late and from behind. It's a yellow. So 20 minutes to play, still scoreless. No, what am I saying? 4-0. Still scoreless at half time.
Still scoreless.
Still 4-0. Oh my goodness. Sometimes you get on the autopilot from the first half. My apologies. 4-0 for the Tigers. Up over Berry. Oh, that's a beautiful run. Just carving through him. He's going to win. No, he's given away a free kick. Just clipped someone, I think, on the way through.
It's good strength, though, on the run. Multiple defenders put a foot in to make a tackle and got a foot on the ball, but somehow, doesn't matter how, you get through and you have a chance, and in the end it's a foul, but it's a good run as well.
Yeah, it's one of those fouls that can happen on those kind of runs where he's come through.
Yeah, you've got a lot of momentum going one way, and then all of a sudden you're trying to stop yourself from running into a defender. It can be difficult. As a defender, that's something I would never be mad at an attacker for. If I get bumped a little late like that, they'll apologize, and I'll be like, you're good.
Yeah, it seemed like everybody was apologizing there. Yeah, just clipped him. I think he knew it too. Did Mark Donnelly. Sort of an acknowledgement to the referee. You got me. And we'll have a free kick for the Vikings. Thought they might want to build something up there, but they're going to go down the wing, although maybe caught Trinity early. That's going to deflect. Is it going to go out for a corner? Trinity trying to cover it. It's going to beat them to the corner. So we're going to see the subs. Trinity might be subbing out the rest of the players that started this half.
Luke Mayfield, Perryman, Tice, Perales all coming in here.
Bit of a blend, really. Perryman started.
Yep. Perales played in the first half as well.
He played a big stint. Tice played a big stint in the first half. I think he played solid 20 minutes.
Yeah, I believe Mayfield also got in the first half, if I'm correct.
Yeah, Mayfield played 17 minutes of the first half. Tice played 23 minutes, to be precise. It's another corner.
I had no clue what that was.
Yeah, it's always the ones when you're sitting here, you're like, yeah, I don't know, whoever you point, whichever way you point's fine by me.
Ref, I don't know. Defer to your judgment.
Swung in. Headed down, enough of a body in the way there from the Tigers. It's a good ball. Perryman running onto it, did well. Great pass there for Theis. Looking forward for Perryman. Ooh. It's a Berry throw. No, sorry, Trinity throw just further back. Heard the referee's whistle. Saw him point. That's a challenge. We don't have hand signals in soccer.
No, there's no holding or
we don't have any of that.
Personal
so you just got to figure it out.
Motion or anything like that. Although the refs have some consistent signals that make it easier. Yeah, sometimes it's really hard to understand them.
Almost all the signals are just pointing one way.
Oh yeah, yeah. They're good at that though. They're good at it.
Yeah, push in the back there from Mayfield. Gives away the foul to Berry. Gives up a promising opportunity. Yeah, you know what they do have hand signals in? Blind football.
That doesn't... Interesting.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense to me either.
Yeah.
Probably more for the spectators, I'd imagine. The goalkeepers are sided.
Yeah.
Berry working it up the right. Goes through. It's the last day of the Paralympics, so you probably won't have to put up with much more Paralympic content from me. In fact, it's done. We're done. Closing ceremony's happening right now. Controlled by Berry. Coming away with it. I think Trinity were playing an offside trap there. He's going to have to... Oh, he does have support, actually. I thought he was going to have to do it on his own. Good
defending.
Yeah,
really
the deflection made it so he had to work for that. Otherwise, he was clean through.
Yeah.
Stuck his boot out there, did Luke Chandler.
Really well done with the switch as well from Chandler.
Perryman got his head. That's a good clearance behind your head. Perryman stayed forward and stayed on side. Mayfield putting the defender off. Pressure coming. High press. That was Zach Anderson, I believe, coming back for it.
Great
Challenge
tackle.
as well. Perryman into space. Skins his man. Goes to ground. Is it a penalty or is it a free kick? I think it's outside the box. It's going to give a yellow.
Who's the set piece specialist from here?
Literally sets up the foam just outside. Mayfield's taken a few in his time.
Yeah?
Yeah, definitely outside. He goes down in the box, but the contact happened outside. Not an accusation there. He's not trying to go down in the box. It's just where he falls naturally, which, of course, is what you're going to do when the contact happens that close. So we'll see.
I think they want a left footer on this one, probably.
We'll see who's standing over it.
If I'm Trinity, I want a left footer over this who can wrap it around that right side or left side looking at your screen of the wall and then get it back to that right corner of the net.
Which I think means Mayfield might be a decoy on it. Shot comes off the crossbar! Beautiful bending strike. Comes in, but he's offside. That was a beautiful bending strike. It's exactly what you wanted to happen.
Yeah. Just it's hard when you're that close, and I think that's part of why he didn't go as much to the corner as you might have expected. Sometimes you want him to go right in the corner there, but he's so close to the net that it's going to take so much top spin to get it up and over the wall and then back down. So going a little bit more central like that, it allows for you to not need so much top spin, but could have used maybe like a little bit more, and then it might have gone bar down and we'd have another banger of a goal.
We had a goal on Friday that went down off the crossbar and in.
Adam Knudsen. Beautiful goal.
Yeah, maybe if that was back one more yard.
Yeah.
To Perryman. Defended well by Berry. Berry doing well there, standing up, not diving in. Problem is that Berry has this problem that we've seen a lot of teams have here at Trinity. Because Paul McGinley Field is big. Challenge on the keeper. That was a really strong run.
Yeah, it's unfortunate for Omkar Sapathi there. The ball's bouncing as it comes to him, so he can't clear it first time. He knows he's going to have to take a touch, which then in turn means he knows he's going to have to deal with a lot of pressure. In the end, does well enough to get Trinity still in possession.
Yeah, Dylan Block that was coming through.
Great ball. Oh, my goodness.
Perryman's on side. He's got support that he can cut back to, and he does! Well, I just said earlier, Trinity doesn't do tap-ins. There's one. Beautiful assist. Team's coming up to celebrate with Perryman for the assist because it's a beautiful pass. Simple tap-in.
They're arguing offsides here, our Barry, and I understand the argument that's coming from the captain here, what they're trying to say, and I don't think Perryman is offside. That's the big part. I don't think he is. But Tice, who scores the goal, might have been offside in the original play, and that ball was coming through towards both of them. Tice leaves it correctly. Perryman goes for it. What the argument is from Barry is that Tice's run from an offside position makes the defenders think, oh, he's offside, I don't have to defend this. Sometimes you will see that called by the referee. It depends on how much of an impact on the defenders the attacker had. And in that case, I don't think Tice had enough of an impact to take that goal away with an offside. So great work from all of Trinity there. Great build-up, Perryman, then a great cutback, and Tice, right place, right time, gets his goal.
Yeah, Tice, first goal of his collegiate career for the young man from Burnie.
Oh, he's in again.
Bodies there from Barry.
Still has it.
Keeping possession, though. Very strong stuff from Tice. Should say it's also Joey Perryman's first assist as well.
I don't know about that call. It's unfortunate. Tice did really well to keep the possession there. You know, sometimes in there it gets really chaotic. The ball's bouncing around, and you don't know where it's going to end up. And somehow he did know where it was going to end up.
Great work from Zach Anderson. The keeper was out. He could have maybe had a shot sooner. Played out wide left for Tice again.
The bench got excited. They really want Zach to score. He's a team favorite.
I don't think Anderson had realized just how much opportunity he had, just how far the keeper was off the line.
No, he's also one of the most selfless players there are. So
Anderson, one step over. Two, has a go, fires it at the keeper. The bench is definitely behind Anderson.
They want him to score so bad. I want him to score.
He does have 2 career goals. So
Zach Anderson is another one of those kids who came in the same class as me. Great guy. Really great guy.
His dad played lacrosse for UC Davis, which is where Anderson is from. Davis, California. Mayfield. Play back for Chandler. Over the top. Perryman skins his man, and I think he's got an advantage there too. Deflected.
It was a great first touch from Perryman, and then I think he just tapped it through his legs. A little bit of a meg in there. Donnelly's in.
Uses his footwork to get there and sends it across the face. That's 5 for the Tigers. Mark Donnelly, second goal of the season, 6th of his career.
Substitutions for Perryman.
And again, it's the footwork on moving that ball. You move the ball across your body. The keeper's going one way, you send the shot the other. The keeper has to shift quickly. That's what pays off for the Tigers. Another great goal from Trinity.
Yeah, it's brilliant right now. 9 goals over the past 2 games. And this was something that was said to me in the preseason by Josh Lynch. He said, this is the best first 22 players I have ever seen at Trinity in my time here. And Trinity have had some great starting 11s. They've had some great depth over the year, but best 22. And that's what you're starting to see here, that there's so many rotations going on, and they're just everybody putting in a shift, everybody playing well, and they've got each other figured out. This Trinity team could be extremely dangerous in SCAC play. I wouldn't be surprised if they go on and win something a little bit extra this year.
Yeah, of course, Trinity were runners-up of SCAC last year. They are moving conferences, so there's definitely a big incentive when you're moving conference. You want to leave the conference you're in with that trophy. You go home with the trophy, your last time that you could possibly win it. That's what they'll want. Certainly looking very motivated this season. Mark Donnelly's second goal in as many games for the Northern Irishman. Cleared away. He was a Northern Ireland champion in high school. His dad played over 600 games for Cliftonville. It's a strong pedigree. Cliftonville's a really good side out there in Northern Ireland.
You've got some elite ball knowledge in terms of obscure leagues and clubs.
Yeah, I don't think Northern Ireland's even that obscure by my obscure standards.
Yeah, you just got some even crazier ones out there.
I think the strangest game, I went to a Division 4 game in Estonia.
Wow. Division 4 in Estonia.
Division 4 Estonian League. I was a part owner of a team in the 4th Division of Estonia. So,
what was that like?
it was like park soccer. So, got promoted to the 3rd, I believe, in that season, in one of the seasons where I was an owner. Ball going long, big run here, good opportunity for Dylan Block. Block has been really dangerous going forward for Berry. I think he's going to be one to watch going forward for the rest of the season.
Chandler does really well there, though, and especially as somebody who didn't start the game to come in and have this type of impact. It's been a really good day from him, although he did headhunt for me a little bit ago. So
that's why he's playing well.
Maybe we're not on good terms anymore. I don't know. He was aiming for me.
You have to bring it up on Monday when you see him on campus.
He's actually my room in the apartments that Trinity have. So Trinity owns some apartments just off campus, and my room is the same room as his, just 2 floors above. It's funny, that wouldn't be a crazy coincidence if it weren't for the fact that last year his room was the same room as mine, 1 floor above me. So for some reason we keep ending up in the same vertical alignment. Yeah.
So Trinity 6-0 up, 8.5 minutes to go. They've got a touchdown on the first week of the NFL.
Let's get that extra point, huh?
Looking to cut it back. Cleared away by Berry.
10 goals.
You gotta admire Berry not letting their heads hang, still going for it, still wanting a goal. It'd be easy to be like, hey, look, this game's done, we're not winning.
Yeah, I think they've rotated a lot of guys too, so that goes back to these are a lot of players who want to prove themselves, prove that they individually have a right to be on the team in the starting 11. Maybe not so much, the team organization. Maybe these guys are younger, they haven't played so much together, so not the best setup to defend, but they all want to prove themselves.
Caught late.
Call from the Trinity bench is that's a red. I'm not sure.
It's going to be a yellow for Block. Yeah, I think
the monitor is blocking my view of the tackle anyway.
Yeah, I think it would have been a harsh red. All the reds we've seen have been very
taken a lot.
Much more than that to get a red. We've seen
a decent amount
this season in 2 weeks. One was a goal.
We have seen quite a number of games, though.
This is game number what?
9.
9?
Yeah.
So, but still a third of games, red card?
Yeah, that is kind of crazy.
One was a goalkeeper just a little too far out of his box, got a red. One was a stomp, and then one was a second yellow.
Yep. Very different types.
It's going to be another yellow. Just a little too physical here.
Entering for Berry, number 14, Brock Schultz.
I was going to say the player hasn't come off. Yes, he has. So you sub out the player that got the yellow. You're allowed to do that. The yellow is starting to stack up for Berry.
That's what happens late in these games. You get a little frustrated. You're down big. You're frustrated with the way you've played, you're frustrated with the result, but also you got some younger guys in there who are trying to prove themselves, putting a little bit more effort in. They might arrive a little late. They're running really hard, and they're trying to work to prove that they deserve a starting spot or a spot on the team. So, it's not necessarily surprising that there's a lot of yellows.
Yeah, these things happen. Look, it's just been one of those games, really. No yellows at all in the first half, though.
Wow.
So go, just looking at my stats I got in front of me.
I asked at the beginning of the weekend if Trinity had the ability to bounce back from a weekend that, again, it's not a poor first weekend, but it wasn't how they wanted it to go. And I think 10 goals in 2 games is a very good way of bouncing back from 2 games where the main question asked of you was, are you going to score? Are you going to score? Score 10.
Yeah, it's definitely a response to the questions of where are the goals going to come from. Well, it turns out everywhere.
Everywhere. Every single player is going to score.
10 goals in the weekend. Trinity next up have California Lutheran on Friday the 13th.
How many different players have scored this weekend?
All right, I'm running through it in my head.
Donnelly has 2. Knutson has 2.
Knutson has 2. But then I think everybody else has 1. So 8. 7 different goal scorers?
I'm trying to think. Why the math is not mathing in my head right now.
Yeah, I like to say I don't have a math degree. It's not what I graduated in. Didn't graduate in math.
I think it would be 8. I think you're correct with 8.
Offside.
I've been thinking about soccer all morning.
Just
not
a little
math.
eager. Yeah, I mean that's the thing. Woke up, came here, did commentary.
Yep.
It's just been all soccer. So for Berry, their next match is against Piedmont on Wednesday. They're going to host Piedmont.
Wednesday game.
Wednesday, midweek. Yeah, I mean it's can you do it on Wednesday in a really pleasant Mount Berry, Georgia? Of course, biggest campus in the world at Berry. We were doing the math at halftime. We believe it's like 216 times bigger than the Trinity campus.
In terms of acres, yeah.
So,
Trinity doesn't feel that small either when you're on campus.
I guess it doesn't, but like when you drive around San Antonio, it seems small.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're like, oh. But like, yeah, it's really big, and like this is right on the outskirts of the campus too. So we're right on the edge.
It's so spread in like one direction, so it's like a long line. It's a very long line. It makes it feel a little big,
which is just a quirk of where Trinity is because of what you're bordered by. So there's park on one side, there's the highway on one side, there's Alamo Stadium, where Trinity football used to play.
Yeah,
at Alamo Stadium, it's a D1 school. They used to pack the joint too.
There's one year also that they had to play there when the new stadium turf was being put in.
Mm-hmm.
The story I was told by our assistant AD, Seth Asbury, shout out to Seth Asbury sitting over there. He said that the field, there was a particularly rainy season, and the field it was grass, and it got destroyed by the rain, and it was just unplayable for the whole year because the mud just did not go away. It was wet and wet and wet, so they had to go somewhere where they could play on turf.
Stunning football there from Trinity. Good opportunity here. Ball forward for Perryman. Yeah, so fun fact, there is a backup option for Trinity soccer.
Really?
Perryman makes a run. Deflected around, cleared away in the end by Berry. Yeah, so in the past when these things have happened, they've made a call to local neighbours, University of Incarnate Word, who play on a turf pitch.
That makes sense. At
Benson Stadium. As long as they can fit them in, they'll try to.
Yeah, it is tough for University of Incarnate Word. They only have the one field. So, like this, I know for a fact their club soccer team hasn't been allowed to practice at all this year so far because
they don't even
have
the space for like an intervarsity field either. Yeah, it's a very condensed campus. They are even more narrow than the Trinity campus is, just again because of where they are. They got park on one side, highway on another side, Broadway
on the other.
On the other, but not too far from here.
The dam as well. I feel like it's
a big barrier, the Almost Dam.
Perryman's gone down here behind the play.
Yeah, no urgency from Trinity to pass it out or anything, so they're going to stop the clock.
And Perales is going to come in to replace him probably for the rest of the game, I'd assume, with
I'd imagine
2:45 left.
Into the game for Trinity, number 9.
Doesn't seem too bad. He's walking off. He's just like a little sore.
Maybe just doesn't feel like it's worth trying to finish the game.
Maybe it's
when you're
cork.
feeling something like that.
Those things aren't pleasant. I was telling you this morning that I had a cramp in my leg this last evening that felt like the world was in. So
random cramps sometimes. Well, I have a roller, and this is something I noticed yesterday. I have a roller I bought to roll out before games because, like I said, you get really tight And for soccer, you have to be so loose in your legs. So you have to stretch, you have to roll out, you have to get your motions going and do all sorts of different exercises to get ready to go. But my roller has left bruises all up and down both of my legs. So might need a different roller. I did get it from Five Below.
Oh, well, that'll be it. Yeah. You got to go to 10 Below. Put away by Berry. Opportunity here to maybe get something out of this. They got some numbers.
Could be.
Berry getting forward. Is he going to play early? He does.
Very well done by
recovery.
Tom Whitwell.
Tom Whitwell recovers perfectly.
And also well done by Sal O'Brien, not giving the attacker any real option. He forced him to play the pass across from a difficult angle just by his positioning. So well done by him.
And we're in the final 90 seconds. Play for Berry, just taking some time getting to his feet. Must be wearing the world's smallest shin pads. Because those socks are down.
Them.
I cannot see.
Wow. Those are you can see it a little bit on the camera there. Whole calf exposed.
It's a contest nowadays for the world's smallest shin pads.
We've talked about it. Tic Tac shin pads.
Tic Tacs
coming in.
Headed back to the keeper. I remember when I was a kid, they were huge.
Oh yeah.
Massive.
And they like went down to your ankle, and you had to wrap around your ankle.
Them around.
No slide-ins or slip-ons or anything like that.
Cleared away. Berry trying to get on this.
They want that goal, but Trinity also want to keep that shutout.
20 seconds.
Just salting away the final few seconds here. Luke Chandler looks to be in a little bit of discomfort there, though. He's grabbing his stomach in a bit of pain, and the game's over. So the fact that he's in pain right now has nothing to do with the game. So not the way you wanted this game to end.
Yeah, he's going to get the trainer out quickly. I wonder if the referee's going to actually ask for some minutes to be put back on.
Minutes?
Seconds. Some time. No, I think both teams are happy to call it, and so that's all that matters. Yeah, referee's called it. So it is over. Big 6-0 win for the Tigers here. Big win. Huge performance. Let's have a look at these.
6 goals in the second half as well. It's crazy.
It's a big 45 minutes. It was a beautiful goal. Didn't realize at the time how much he had to pull for that from behind him.
Yeah, it was really well done from Ty Jarrett. It looked more like a tap-in when I first looked at it, but great finish.
Joey Perriman.
There's Michael Meese there on the bench too, getting involved in the celebration.
This one was spectacular.
Yeah, just a beautiful bit of placement. Keeper was flat-footed. You can see his reaction. Thinks that, maybe.
No, and he's lobbed him. He's lobbed him with spin, and that's really impressive.
Then that one that took a bounce off that patch of hard
Adam Knutson
ground.
knew what he was doing. He knew that it would take a bounce.
He was targeting that. Then again, sending the keeper the wrong way, has to make that shift. Can't do so. Another goal.
Hunter Kane. Oh, he's got 2 this weekend as well.
And then Perryman goes back. There's the tap in. Put right on his feet.
So 7 different goal scorers.
7 different goal scorers in the week. Another beautiful finish. The Tigers run away with it 6-0. Big second half. Big second half from the Tigers to get the 6-0 win for Trinity. It's a big result. So we look at the stats. 18 shots to 4. 9 shots on goal. So they only didn't score with 3 of their shots, 3 saves as a result. 17 fouls to 15. Yeah, not too chippy. 5 offsides to 3. 5 corners. Berry wins the corner count.
Interesting. But that's an interesting number.
Partly because just not a lot of saves. Pretty much any time they got the ball into an attacking position, they scored.
If they shot on target, it went
in. So they didn't have a lot of chances for corners. So 6-0 the final score. We'll be back here on Friday. We've got California Lutheran for the men. They're at 8 p.m. The women are playing UT Dallas. That'll be at 6 p.m. And then both teams will be back here again on Saturday. I believe they're both playing Howard Payne on Sunday. So that'll be an interesting one. But that's been it. A big 6-0 win, statement win
Statement.
from the Tigers as they win 6-0. It's been a pleasure bringing you this game. I've been Chris Hockman. With me has been Scott Lebo. From all of us here at Tiger Network, thank you for joining us, and we will see you next week.